Transformers, the 2007 adaptation of the classic cartoon from the 80s, the G1 series, and it's directed by none other than the money whore himself, Michael Bay. And I remember back in 2007 when this movie was coming out, it was highly anticipated. Everybody was ready to see this movie. I remember seeing the trailer for this movie before they showed TMNT and Spider-Man 3. I had most of the action figures. I had Optimus Prime. I had Megatron. I had Bumblebee. I think I had Ironhide too. I believe I also had the Lunchables toy that you open up. You see the Transformers. I had Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Megatron. You just come in a little Lunchables box. Get the pieces and stuff. But anyway, I even had like the Transformers shoes, like on like the bottom of my foot. They had a little Autobot symbol, and the shoes would light up if you click them together. And this movie was highly anticipated. I remember all the kids in my class in summer school was talking about this movie, saying, "Oh, Transformers awesome!" Even girls in my summer school class would talk about how great this movie was. And of course, I saw this movie with my dad, who grew up with the Transformers back in the 80s kid he was. And we saw this movie. And after I saw this movie, I freaking loved it. But watching it now, 10 years later, yes, it's been that long since this movie came out. 10 years ago, Transformers came out. Watching it now, it's okay. Now, I would be lying if I said I hate this movie, because I don't hate this movie. I think this movie is okay. It's somewhat enjoyable, because there are things in this movie I do like. But since this is a Michael Bay movie, and this movie has a whole bunch of subplots and little to Transformers in this movie, Autobots, it's hard for me to say I like this movie, because I think this movie just somewhat in the middle, like middle ground, okay, mediocre-esque, because this movie does have a lot of subplots, Sandwich-Wiki, the eBay thing, the Decepticon, the Autobots, and parents, him wanting to bang Megan Fox, and the government, and the Anderson, so many other things, subplots in this movie that, in a way, kind of make this movie less of a Transformers film, more focused on Sandwich-Wiki and Michaela, Megan Fox character. Now, the movie centers around Sandwich-Wiki, played by Shia LaBeouf, who I was very excited to see Shia LaBeouf when I heard he was going to be in this movie back in 2007. Well, I was like, wow, Shia LaBeouf? Because growing up, I was watching Even Stevens on the Disney Channel, so you know, Shia LaBeouf was a part of my childhood in a way. So seeing him in this movie was very cool. But his main goal in this movie is to bang Megan Fox and get a car who turns out to be Bumblebee. And now his task is to get the Allspark, and yeah, that's basically his character in this movie. And of course, the usual no. Now, I will admit, there are some very cool scenes in this movie, like the Scorpion, like Decepticons, attacking all of the military soldiers like Tyrese and Josh Jamil, who I will admit, I do think are one of the best actors in this movie. They do a pretty fine job of what they're doing. Also, too, seeing the Autobots are very cool. Seeing Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Ironhide, Ratchet, and Jazz. Seeing those guys, it's just awesome. And hearing Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime once again, fantastic. And I will admit, the Autobots look very cool. The CGI work on them is very, like, almost realistic. And I will admit that I will like to see more of them in this movie, because that will get to some of my negative about this film. I also do gotta say that the final act in this movie, the final battle between the Autobots and Megatron and the Decepticons, is probably one of my favorite parts about this movie too. Yes, it's oversaturated with CGI and explosions, all the other bullcrap. But you know, for the first movie, I thought it was fine how they did it. I'm like, okay, it's his first movie. The first live-action Transformers movie. We got all the CGI, got explosions. I'm like, okay, I could deal with this. I could deal with this, but they overdid it in the sequels. But we'll get to that soon. Oh God. I also do love Hugo Weaving as the voice of Megatron. He does a great job as the voice of Megatron. Very menacing. It feels like Megatron from the animated series, but this transition to live action. Hugo Weaving was the perfect choice to voice this character. And I also do love the score in this movie. Steve Jablowski If I pronounce his name wrong, I'm sorry, but the score for this movie is fantastic. I do love the score. And I know Chris Stuckman said in his review, kind of like reminds me a little bit of Batman Begins, since Steve Shabluski's mentor was Hans Zimmer, so he kind of took notes of him. But I'm fine with the score. I think the score is very cool. But alright, let's get to some of the things that I don't like about this film, because there are a lot of things I don't like about this film. First off, too many freaking subplots. Okay, we got the Allspark subplot. We got the military subplot. We got, the parents subplot. I don't like the parents in this movie. They are so freaking annoying. And the eBay subplot. Yeah, because eBay definitely plays a huge part in this movie. Sandwichwiki's username is the reason why they tracked down all the other stuff, because his grandfather found in the ice, Antarctica place. Oh, I forgot what it was, or whatever, like his glasses and stuff. So yeah, that's how the Autobot and the Decepticons able to track down Sam, because of his grandfather. And the broken glasses, they had little hidden messages. So the eBay subplot. Also, too, just this movie has so many freaking subplots that I couldn't really handle it all that much. Also, too, there's an Armageddon joke.
Cars everywhere. This is easily 100 times cooler than Armageddon. I swear to God.
Yeah, smooth move, Michael Bay. And there are a lot of hidden Transformers joke in this movie.
I think there's a lot more than meets the eye.
Judy, better call the city. We got a blown transformer.
And did I mention that Bumblebee pees on John Turturro? Yeah. Yeah. Also, Bryce the Panic's in this movie, too. You know, Arwen from Zack and Cody. So, you know, I watched Zack and Cody around this time when this movie came out. So, seeing him in this movie, I'm like, hey, it's Arwen from Zack and Cody. You know, I grew up watching Zack and Cody, so, yeah. Now, besides explosions and hot girls, what else do you expect from a Michael Bay movie? Oversaturated colors and stereotypes. Yes, stereotypes is very huge in this film, especially with Anthony Anderson's family and this Indian guy that Josh Duhamel talking to on the phone. Yeah, there is huge stereotypical right there. And also, too, the oversaturated color that it looks like a music video, since Michael Bay used to direct a lot of music videos, so it makes sense why majority of his films look like music videos. Now let me just talk about Megan Fox. She is hot, yes. If I had a chance to sleep with her, I would. Yes, I would. But her role in this movie was just to be eye candy, and just to give Sandwichwiki a boner, because that's basically what Sandwichwiki wanted to do in this movie, just to sleep with Megan Fox. But she served no purpose in this film, and in the next film, which I am going to talk about. And she's not a good actress at all. Like, I hated her in the Turtles film that she been in, that's where she played April O'Neil. I hated her in Jennifer's Body. I know people liked her in that movie, but I don't like her in that film. And I also don't even like her in This Is 40. So, she's not a good actress at all. And I know that this is like her first big role that she's been in, but even for your big role that you're in, like, you still kind of, like, bring your A game. Like, she, like, serves no purpose in this movie at all. And like I said, she is just to give teenage boys a boner and just to look good. That's basically her purpose in films. The final flaw of this movie is that for a movie that is called Transformers, there are little to Transformers in this movie. Like, the Autobot didn't even come in till, like, an hour into this film. Like, you don't really see any of the Autobots until, like, the middle of this movie, like the second act. And we didn't get to see Megatron until the last 30 minutes, which was very disappointing, because I love Megatron in this film for the 30 minutes that I've seen him in. But he didn't come in till, like, the final act of this movie, which was very disappointing. That sucks so much that we don't really get to see that many Transformers, because we gotta focus so much on the human characters. We gotta build the human characters, the character arcs up, and so many other bullcrap. Like, I don't care about the humans in this movie. I care about the Transformers, and the reason why I like the 1986 animated film so much, because it focused on the Transformers. Yes, there are two human characters in that movie, like the father and his son, but they weren't really the main focus. The main focus was the Transformers, the Autobots, and the Decepticons. This movie is the total opposite. Like I said before, guys, I would be lying if I said I hate this film, because I don't hate this film. But I should have known for a fact that going into this movie, I was expecting the greatest movie ever. This is directed by Michael Bay, and it's pretty much about giant robots battling against each other over mystical MacGuffin. That's basically the plot of this movie, and basically the plot of the animated series, the G1 series, which I still prefer as the definitive Transformers. But this movie wasn't terrible, could have been improved, but overall, if you have nothing to do, if this movie's on cable, if you have friends on a Friday or Saturday night, you have popcorn, candy, soda, this is a perfect movie to watch on that day. I'm going to give Transformers a C+. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for my review of Revenge of the Fallen, because that's not only going to be a review, but a huge rant. That's going to be fun. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of Transformers in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you are new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Autobots, roll out!